What's up, exiles? It's that time. We got some more teasers and some updated content. I'm going to go ahead and read over some of these changes and tell you what I think, and watch some of these videos. Alright, so the new 1.3.0 content update. December 1.3.0 content update marks the start of two new challenge leagues, Torment and Bloodlines. These leagues have self-contained economies and provide an opportunity for you to enjoy a fresh start and demonstrate your mastery of Path of Exile. The new leagues contain 8 difficult challenges. Completing your first challenge awards you a totem pole decoration, which can be displayed in your hideout and grows taller and more impressive as you complete more challenges. So this is different from what they've ever done. This is going to be like a visual cue in your hideout. That's kind of cool, instead of maybe the numbers. I don't know if they're going to continue to do the numbers in chat. If you're one of the first 50 players to complete all of the challenges, we'll send you an exclusive Torment Bloodlines t-shirt. Alright, Torment Challenge League. Torment is the upcoming standard challenge league. In the Torment League, your adventures are haunted by the spirits of tormented criminals that yield their ill-gotten gains when slain. Eager to protect their trove, these spirits flee when encountered and imbue nearby monsters with dangerous powers, which improves their item drops. Okay, so it's like a fusion process. I'm guessing you can't attack them, they just possess their nearby ally or whatever. It's also possible for spirits to possess rare and unique enemies. Okay, that's what I said. Greatly increasing their threat and value to treasure-seeking exiles. We'll be releasing a video showing the Torment League action soon. Bloodlines Challenge League. Bloodlines is the upcoming hardcore challenge league. Each pack of magic monsters has a shared Bloodlines mod that greatly influences combat, sometimes when the pack is still alive and sometimes after it has been killed. Where Nemesis involved individual rare monsters gaining an additional power, Bloodline revolves around groups of monsters with synergistic powers. Various strategies are needed for approaching the different bloodlines, as there are a wide variety of effects such as constructing an animated guardian piece by piece, or monsters becoming immortal while near their slain brethren. Oh, so we're going to have more undying in here? That's lame. Check out this video of the Bloodlines League in action. Alright, let's check this out. Bloodlines Hardcore Challenge. Okay, well, we need to slow this down. There's probably a lot of information to absorb. Alright. So here we see shocked enemies and ignited enemies. Okay, so this is pretty easy to tell. This guy, automatically you can see a proliferation ring. So if you stand next to this guy, it's just like as if you're standing like next to a righteous fire character. And these guys are proliferating shock stack. So that's kind of cool. The status ailments get shared if you're nearby. This one I'm not so sure what's going on here. Looks like teleporting. Oh, actually, it kind of looks like the DPS only counts for the highlighted target, and you can't kill them, so you're constantly having to target switch. I almost bank on that's what it is. Like these guys, if you just continue to AoE them down, it won't do anything, and the real HP is on this guy, and then they all probably die together. So that's what I'm guessing. Alright, what do we have here? It says Undying Blood. Okay, we'll see what this is. Can't really tell what's going on there. Undying Blood. Let's watch that again in slow motion. Oh, that's Dying Blood, sorry. He's not taking any bleed damage. I don't know. That's pretty lame. I don't even know what's going on in that one. This one says Hypnotic something reef. I don't know. Looks like... Okay, he shot a burning arrow, and it looks like it got tossed back at him. Like, yeah. Or maybe... Okay, he's using fork, burning arrow. Okay, so he hit those guys. Did he get shocked? I don't... Oh, shoot. Not sure about that. What is this? Okay, this looks like a smoke cloud making your accuracy poo-poo. This is looks like Shroud Walker. Very, very annoying. Here we go. What do we have here? I can't read that. It's too blurry. Am I watching this in HD? 1080p. Maybe that'll help with reading these words. Alright, we had... I don't know what this is doing, but we can see this green aura. Maybe it's healing them or giving them chaos damage. Again, we see the shock, or this is probably the freeze. This is the shock. This is the ignite. Yeah, these threats when they come together are probably pretty nasty. This looks like the rampage stun arrows for CC. Looks like the mobs are just emitting them constantly. Living blood is what it's called. Alright, congealing mud. These are the balls that we see in the Haku missions that do physical damage. They're not that bad of a threat. Okay, now we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 totems. What are they casting? I have no idea. Oh, it looks like they're casting a spark or ball lightning, but they get shut down pretty quickly. Oh no, it looks like Stormcall maybe. That would be a good choice for those totems because it has a delay, so you can see it under your feet, and since there's 5 of them, you probably have to dance a little bit or be mobile. Mark of cannibalism. I'm guessing this has something to do with leech. Not sure what that this must be the guardian. Yeah, that looks like the guardian that's piecing itself together. Oh no, maybe this is the Stormcall totem again. Never mind. Looks like he's just getting wrecked by the Stormcalls. Oh, this is like how the Wukong died. I'll be sure to be careful with that. Curses are going to be very, very key. Yeah. Over there we saw the cyclone thing again. Wasn't able to kill the mobs because only one of the mobs counted. Alright, so very, very cool video. Good teaser. We are able to get a lot of information from that. Let's go ahead and continue reading on the patch notes, or the patch. Huge player versus player revamp. A major focus of this content update is to overhaul Path of Exile's PvP systems and introduce formal competitive events. As we've learned from our successful racing scene, having prizes and news coverage of competitive play is critical. In addition to introducing seasons of tournaments, we've performed a lot of PvP specific rebalancing that doesn't affect the regular game. New UI improvements including an event section that shows upcoming events including PvP tournaments in the game client. So much like World of Warcraft, how they had the clock where you can click on a calendar and see different events. Leo Redmayne, Master of the Arena. Leo Redmayne, disgraced duelist, famous for slicing the defeated around the neck, adorning them with the mane of blood. Leo's not one to let exile get in the way of opportunity. It is with great pride that he dubs himself Master of the Arena and now organizes exile on exile duels on the very dirt that the eternal greats once fought over. Like other masters, Leo offers you a hideout in the Gardens tile set. I'm not really a fan of the Gardens tile set. With his own decorations and PvP crafting options. This is interesting. PvP crafting options. We already have a couple great ones from Elrond and various guys, like the trap damage, the movement speed. Those are PvP oriented. Here, his daily missions all involve playing PvP and reward you for completing different objectives. Oh my god, this is what's been needed just to give people a reason to get their feet wet in PvP. This is such a good idea. Unlike other masters, Leo doesn't take up a slot in your hideout. Nice, even better. So there's no reason to not have Leo in your hideout. You can have him in addition to your regular set of masters. So awesome. They've covered all their grounds with this guy. He is officially my second favorite exile. Well, probably will grow to be my first favorite. Zana is definitely super amazing. Actually, Zana's number 2. Yeah, I've settled. This is the exile that's in this, or the master that's in the right direction. PvP tournaments. We're introducing several different types of PvP tournaments that are scheduled at specific times. Free-for-all tournaments take place in the Sarn Arena. They're a massive brawl where you get a point per player kill. If you die, you're sent to a new arena to continue the massacre. I don't actually mind this. This is actually a very good dynamic because builds that are good for soloing or dueling are not necessarily good for, you know, free-for-all play and efficiencies. It actually favors certain completely different builds and requires you to change a lot from what I found as a trapper and both a staff character. You just overall have to balance, you know, various different setups and more or less go for a lot more aggressive play because you're always going to get interrupted. Make sure your mobility is top notch. You're swift to leave, swift to engage. Those are all key things that'll make your character successful. Blitz tournaments are a series of rapid-fire duels where you're quickly matched against a new opponent as soon as your last round finishes. Your goal is to get as many victories as possible within the time limit. Okay, so I'm not too keen on this. I like the whole art of, you know, you could be a slow player where you play very, very passively, trying to diffuse your opponent's flasks and get an advantage before you take aggression. You know, you build a character around that. There's other ways to play this, but I mean, very specific builds are going to excel in this, and you're going to be wanting to do very, very fast games and not necessarily high quality. So Blitz, I want to say initial reaction maybe 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. The free-for-all Sarn Arena, probably 8 or 9 out of 10. Swiss tournaments are highly competitive tournaments that match players with similar records against each other, similar to an MMR system. Very good. They run in regimented series of matches. Each one is the best of 7 and provides the most competitive structure of a 3 tournaments. Provides the most competitive structure of the 3 tournaments on offer. So this is definitely probably the best. 10 out of 10. This is what it needs to be. PvP Season 1. Competing in tournaments earns you points towards tiers of alternate art unique item prizes. PvP tournaments are grouped into seasons that consist of a month of themed events. Weekdays contain free-for-all and blitz events, while the weekends have larger tournament size or larger tournaments with Swiss pairings and awesome prizes from our sponsors. Wow. So they're actually giving out physical goods for the larger tournaments. That is insane. That is a step in the right direction. Like, more reasons to PvP or try it. Top players will be invited to a special event at the end of the season so that they can battle for more prestige and prizes. Wow. This is insane. This is what oh man, I'm just so happy. PvP only characters. Dueling with level 28 characters is very popular within our community. So much that we're running it as our primary event type for the first PvP season. Because the fun of PvP is in creating builds, perfecting your items, and destroying your opponents, we're adding an option to create blank level 28 characters that are only able to play in PvP matches. These PvP characters won't impact regular gameplay, but will allow you to shortcut the process of trying out level 28 PvP builds and creating characters for tournaments. You'll need to acquire their equipment in the core PvE game. Now, this kind of confuses me because if they're giving you a pre-made 28, how do you handle the bandits? Does it just skip them all and then you have to go do them, or what? Because that's pretty huge if they just give you only the skill points or whatever. Bandits are pretty important as far as min-maxing. I'm sure they'll tell us soon. As far as the other things, I wonder if the alternate art unique items are going to be PvP popular items, or you know, PvE related. I have no idea. I would hope that they're pretty popular PvP items. It would make sense. This update isn't entirely about new challenge leagues and PvP. We're massively changed the passive skill tree, added more gems and unique items, and made a myriad of small improvements of Path of Exile across the board. For example, new stash tab filtering functionality allows you to highlight specific items that you're looking for as you browse your tabs. So yeah, you're finally getting a search option. Huge quality of life improvement. I'm gonna have so much easier of a time finding my diamond rings and jewelry that I'm selling all the time. 8 new gems and 25 unique items. That is a lot. That is a lot. This update introduces 7 powerful new player skills and 1 new support gem. Wow. 3 counterattack skills allow you to build reactive melee characters. Wow, this is really good. So when they say counterattack, something has to happen in order to trigger an attack and not a spell. So something different. So maybe on block chance you're gonna get some kind of, I don't know, kind of like a parry mechanic. I don't know. Sounds really good though. A pair of new bow skills allows you to either travel rapidly in combat while leaving a decoy behind, or create a remote decoy from afar, with the enemy being unaware of which option you chose. Oh, so you kind of, it's like mirror images, or I don't know, like a vault decoy. That's kind of cool. It might be really useful in PvP, especially somebody that's like a trapper or something like that. I can see that being very confusing. Like every trap that you throw is very precious, and you don't have an infinite supply of traps, let me tell you. A new lightning melee skill expands the Templar's set of low-level elemental skills, and the introduction of an area effect wand skill creates new options for powerful wand builds. Now, if we go into the teaser that was released a few days ago, let's go ahead and watch this. A new area of effect wand skill that including the we're introducing in content 1.3.0. The skill causes physical damage explosions around the target that don't overlap it. So it's unlike Molten Strike where they can hit, you know, the same spot or overlap, and you know, you're gonna get a wide area or an array of hits. As you can see in the video, it's pretty powerful when supported by chain or multiple projectiles. On a related note, if you guys have an awesome name that's suggestions, blah, we're keen to hear. Here's a short preview of the video. Let's try to watch this in high definition. Okay, so he's throwing out the single target first. Let's see what we have here. It looks like just like a splash, kind of much similar to Molten Strike, but it's ranged. It is physical based, but it might be one of those things that's just better with elemental, and maybe even something that spreads stuff like proliferation or COC. I can definitely see this being the tornado shot version for wands. So you could use, like, make an Ellie barrager for a single target, and then your AoE would be this. I don't, whatever shot, you know, this is called. Pretty cool. I definitely think it's a good dynamic to go with Barrage. Barrage being your single target. Alright, moving along. Updated passive skill tree. The changes we made to the Witch, Shadow, and Ranger sections of the passive skill tree and Forsaken Masters were very well received. We've continued to improve the tree by applying similar changes to the Templar, Duelist, and Marauder sections along with their surrounding areas. In addition to improving progression for melee players and opening up previously unexplored builds, the passive tree changes provide a new and diverse metagame for PvP and PvE players alike. All players will receive a one-off passive tree reset so that they can adjust their characters to these changes. So this is the Templar start. You can see that it's very, very similar to, you know, the nodes that it had before. It's just arranged in a different way. You can see this block wheel that used to be up here-ish is now down here. You have your typical life chaos wheel that hasn't changed. These are your area. Wait. Looks like these are elemental nodes, your area nodes, spell damage, elemental, life, some kind of hybrid. Those look like the old two-handed nodes before, and then we have a completely new, looks to be elemental icon, elemental wheel. Coming on December 12th. Content 1.3.0 will be released at 5 p.m. on December 12th. This is 3 a.m. in the central, I think that's European time zone. Blah, blah, blah. This article does not contain full patch notes for 1.3.0. We'll be releasing more details on specific features over the next couple of weeks, culminating in the final patch notes a day or two before the update is released. We're really looking forward to releasing this update. The Torment League has some awesome risk versus reward decisions, and the Bloodlines really vamps up the combat challenge with the varied mods that you'll have to encounter. Player versus player combat has never been more fun in Path of Exile. The tournaments add an extra level of meta strategy and reward on top of the more balanced experience. Of course, the real reason why we're excited might be that we're going to get to try out our new PvP builds against some fresh meat. Very, very cool news. Step in the right direction. I hope high-level dueling is coming very soon, and yeah, I'll definitely be interested in participating in a lot of this. I look forward to it, and I hope you guys like this patch as much as I did. I definitely, you know, after reading this, you know, I am keen on the Hardcore Challenge League. That is what I'll be playing for the majority of the season. Getting that totem bigger and bigger and bigger. Thank you guys for watching this. If you liked this video and liked my rant on what's going to happen in Path of Exile coming December 2014, please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and have a good one.